Hey everybody, I hope you're doing great. I'm going to be tuning into the universe here and sharing a message with all of us, specifically full of wisdom, and wisdom to help us navigate the present moment with empowerment, okay? Love, all that good stuff. So in order to accomplish this, I will be relaxing and shifting from my human self-expression to my human self-expression that channels information from the universe. So I'm just gonna relax, and yeah, I'll probably do this with my eyes open. So right now I'm just silencing everything, silencing my mind, silencing my emotions, my relationship with self. And now I'm looking at a door. And I'm walking through that door, and I'm welcoming the universe to share a message of wisdom and healing with all of us. Something that's going to empower us. Maybe perspective on the world today. I'm not sure. I see a human being, and their mind is thinking about things. And one of those things, the first picture, is an exercise bike, or perhaps an actual bike, but it seems to be running in place at full speed ahead, just running in place. So it's like really, really moving fast. These wheels are just going so fast you can barely even see them. It's just like, but going nowhere. And there's a separation between the human being and what they're looking at. Almost like they see themselves riding this bike and they're going full speed ahead, but then there's this conflict that they're not going anywhere. And it's almost like the bike never even had wheels. They were living in this illusion that, oh, this is the perfect way forward. Oh, look at me go. Oh, I'm moving ahead so fast. But it never even had wheels. So can they even count on themselves to make solid decisions that help their life move forward? And now they're still thinking, as they're still looking at things and their relationship with themselves through what they're witnessing in their own mind, okay? And they even feel frustrated. This human feels frustrated because they feel they don't have any control over whether the bike gets to have wheels or not, whether the bike gets to actually move forward, so they feel like they're moving forward in life, or whether it's just stuck. And then they're just stuck. It's almost like they're powerless to be the variable that gets them to where they want to go. It's like the universe decides the variables. They might be able to get themselves the bike, but they think it has wheels, or they think it's going to move forward, but the universe decides what the outcome is actually going to be. So there's this sense of powerlessness. There's a longing for forward motion, but there's this sense of powerlessness and lack of forward motion. That's the first thing. So, I mean, like, okay, we witnessed the predicament, so what's the solution? The message from the universe is to slow down is the solution. It's like, I want to move forward in life. Universe says, you need to slow down. Human says, I don't hear you, universe. I don't want to slow down. I want to move forward. It's my life. I'm the creator. I do what I want. It's a free will. It's a free will country. I do what I want. So there's like this human conundrum between I create my own reality. I manifest the forward motion that I choose to have for myself. But then the universe says, no, you need to slow down. And how do you even know these conversations are happening? Like, how do you know it's all happening not because you aren't enough or you make bad decisions and you're the reason why, or is it just a bit of destiny involved here, that it's not a divine time for you to be where you think you need to be at this time? The universe says slow down. Are you listening? Did you want to listen to that? How could you even tell that was the message? I feel frustration about it. almost like sensibility. It makes sense. So like the human is saying it makes sense for me to move forward with what I want to get out of this life. And I'm putting in, you know, the effort that I believe is going to help me get to that outcome, but I'm not getting to that outcome, and that doesn't make sense. So I'm doing what makes sense, and then the outcome then doesn't make sense. And then how am I supposed to know the universe is asking me to slow down? Well, it's not whether you know it or not, you just exist in it. So now if you exist in it, you're in a bit of destiny to slow down, whether you like it or not. Are you still going to keep running in place to try to make it the life you want to live? Is that effort going to get you where you want to go? Is it up to you? Is there divine time? Is there a destiny to the action to where you want to be, and there's a better time for it to actually happen? Not right now, but maybe in 3 months, maybe in 5 years, maybe never. Sorry. Life is a mystery, so you don't always get to know why it's like this. So you see the human being frustrated with himself. It's not relatable that this was God or something. This was the universe. This was a divine time thing. Then there's something wrong with himself, or there's something wrong with the process, or there's something wrong with that person that's holding my life up, or whatever. I see misery in trying to logically define what is simply the universe saying, slow down. Everything has to be logically defined. Is it a logical explanation to everything? But you never even took the time to get to know yourself. You just decided that it should work because you said so, and because you thought up the right steps, but it was never really meant to be at this time. So everything that's logical that you're choosing to accomplish, and then the logical explanation as to why it's not working, all it's doing is digesting you. And the one thing you're avoiding is just slow down and get to know yourself a little bit. It still agonizingly so does not feel enjoyable to hear that. I get to feel that. I get to feel that, how that human being feels. And so now, what is the solution to this? When I can't, it's like sitting in the position of, I can't make the decisions that create the outcome, that give me the forward motion that I want to have in my own life, as I want to have it in this time frame. And then it comes back to I'm not enough, or what's wrong with the world today. Everything is like this logical, egotistical circulation that is all self-imprisoning. And what is the truth in all of it? And now it comes back to slow down. It's like I didn't want to slow down in the first place. So then where's my free will? Where's my free will to live the life I want to live? That actually is chaos. It's like the toddler saying I should have the free will to do whatever I want whenever I want, then is actually not fulfilling to the toddler, because there's something called balance to then free will, because we don't really truly know ourselves, and that takes us deeper, you know? It takes us a lot deeper. Life isn't just at the surface of all our toddler-like wants and needs, and when we want it and the way it should be. That's all ego stuff. And so when we're forced to then slow down, what decided that? Our higher self, the universe. You know, did you ever think that the universe was made up of trillions of meaningful events? And it's not just the one thing you want to do. We all have to circulate around each other's manifestations. So, like, what gives way for you to get what you want? We all do. so that everything can happen seamlessly. And so this is a conversation a bit about free will and then destiny, right? So was it your free will action that created the outcome, and you were 100% in control of everything, and then there's something wrong with you if you can't make it happen right? Or did you have a bit of destiny? You didn't realize it was the toddler within you. It wasn't this sort of wise master that knows exactly what your real needs are. Therefore, you deep down inside know what your real needs are, and sometimes they aren't what you think they are. And you can only get to the nugget, which is the true juiciness of what it means to be human. You can't get to it unless you have these stops, you know? So this is it. This is an extraordinary event, actually, when things aren't allowed. It's an extraordinary event when they're not allowed. Because then you're getting deeper inside yourself, and you're starting to have a vast viewpoint on what it means to live a human life, you know? So the destiny part, I feel, of free will, like imagine they work together. So you have a desire to want to live your life, and you kind of are a recipe. So are you going to do anything outside the box of your predictability? I've already attempted this. I studied this when I was in my 20s. Could I be unpredictable? And I did some crazy things because I was kind of living on the edge of my emotions, and I didn't care about life or death and stuff like that. So I didn't care what risks were involved, but I wanted to see if I could do something that I would conceivably never do. And I only found out in the end that that's somewhere in the universe, like my lifespan is decided by something bigger than my human self, because I can't be unpredictable. So everything about me is predictable. And if everything about me is predictable, then that means I have a destiny. So even if I free will choice it, I was always destined to even go down a road where I tried to undermine my predictability to be unpredictable, and only to discover that the universe always knew what I was going to do next. And that irritated me, because that meant life was not my own. I couldn't decide what truly was mine or not mine. I had something bigger than my own conception of the value of my own life on some human toddler egotistical level of what I think is good. Because the human being always wants everything that's good. But do they ever want what's not good? We should want what's not good, because what's not good, for instance, is I know I struggle with this fear, and I want events in my life to help me challenge myself to grow out of this fear. And I might not be enough to put myself in the fear yet. Maybe you could, universe, bring or manifest something that challenges me. So is that a not good thing, or is that a great thing? So what's our perception on good or bad? You know? So I find destiny is always like the mortar to the brick. And let's say free will is the building blocks of how we want to live our life, but the mortar kind of holds the bricks in place, and maybe the building was already built. And we're just discovering the building being built over the course of our lifetime, free will and destiny all working together as one. So this is also a part of the conversation about the present moment. So you have to think about that. Are you predictable? Is your free will powerful? Is the universe only made up of you and what you want? Or is it made up of infinite concepts, time and space and past, present, future, infinite versions of timelines of your own soul story, let alone everybody else's soul story, let alone everything that is magnetically bringing things together and pushing things away? And so what prevents chaos is the brick and mortar, like the free will and the destiny. The fact that there always was a past, a present, and a future already built into place with infinite timelines. And so how do you align with the life you want to live? You already have lived it somewhere in time. And so what are you inspired to be in the present moment? is the place that you're in, and that's precious. I feel that the greatest truth that can come out of this conversation is that I choose to have gratitude to exist. And that's it. It's not what can I manifest. It's that I'm grateful to even exist. That's it. That's like the most powerful, deepest place that you could be in. So now that I've said all that, universe, what else? What else do I need to say? It would be so valuable to those listening. They want to know if I've said enough. And then they ask me, like, how do you know when you've said enough? I don't necessarily feel complete. Almost like I want something else to feel full circle on this. But maybe I could say the glass is full with what I've shared, and then let you guys explore what it means to you. And then share in the comments too. So we can all know what you're thinking. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. If I can support you in a session where I can share wisdom specific for you and healing specific for you, you can ask me anything. And I can support you in 15 minutes, 30, 45, 60-minute session. You can book a session at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. And I'm also on Patreon at patreon.com/abbeynormalswisdomquest. Have a great day, everybody.